In the midst of World War II, a pivotal moment unfolded as Allied forces launched Operation Torch, a daring campaign to liberate North Africa from Axis control. Join us on a journey through history as we explore the planning, execution, and impact of this critical military operation. In 1942, the world was gripped by the devastating conflict of World War II. The Axis powers, with their aggressive expansion, had cast a shadow of fear over Europe, Asia, and North Africa. In the midst of this global turmoil, Allied leaders faced a critical dilemma. The Axis forces, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, had pushed deep into North Africa, threatening vital sea routes and posing a direct challenge to Allied interests. The motivations behind Operation Torch were clear. Firstly, to divert German troops from the Eastern Front, where the Soviet Union was engaged in a brutal struggle against the Nazi war machine. Secondly, the Allies aimed to secure essential supply lines in the Mediterranean and establish a foothold for a future invasion of southern Europe. On the home fronts, civilians endured hardships, rationing, and the constant fear of enemy attacks. The urgent need for a decisive action pushed Allied leaders to plan a daring operation, Operation Torch. This audacious plan aimed to liberate North Africa from Axis control and change the course of the war. Operation Torch wasn't just a military campaign. It was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. It represented the Allied powers' determination to confront tyranny and restore freedom to nations oppressed by the Axis forces. Join us as we uncover the strategies, challenges, and the profound impact of Operation Torch, a pivotal chapter in the fight for global liberty during World War II. As the sun rose on November 8, 1942, the coast of North Africa became the stage for one of the most audacious military operations of World War II, Operation Torch. One of the key elements of this campaign was the element of surprise. The Allies had meticulously planned their landings, choosing locations far from the areas where the Axis forces expected an attack. The Vichy French, who controlled North Africa on behalf of the Axis, were taken completely off guard. As the first Allied troops landed on the beaches of Morocco and Algeria, they were met not only by the natural obstacles of sand and sea but also by staunch resistance from Vichy French forces. These French troops, who had once been comrades to the Allies, were now defending territory aligned with the Axis powers. The initial hours of Operation Torch were marked by fierce battles and a complex mix of emotions, with former Allies now on opposing sides of the conflict. The Vichy French, loyal to the Axis cause, put up a determined fight, defending their positions with tenacity. The Allies, despite facing unexpected resistance, pressed on. This initial clash set the tone for the challenging campaign that lay ahead, where bravery and determination were met with an equally resolute enemy. The element of surprise, while crucial, also meant engaging in combat with forces that were not fully prepared for the sudden turn of events. It was a testament to the adaptability and resilience of the Allied troops that they managed to navigate this unexpected resistance. The early hours of Operation Torch, marked by surprise landings and intense fighting, would go down in history as a testament to the courage displayed by both sides in the face of unforeseen circumstances. Operation Torch was not just a military campaign. It was a symphony of collaboration, a testament to the unity forged among nations in the crucible of war. The significance of this operation lay not only in its military objectives but also in the unprecedented cooperation between the Allied forces. American, British, and Free French troops stood side by side, united by a common purpose and an unwavering determination to defeat the Axis powers. The cooperation between these diverse forces was not merely a tactical alliance, it was a powerful symbol of solidarity and shared values. American soldiers, fresh and eager, brought their youthful enthusiasm and industrial might to the battlefield. British forces, battle-hardened and resilient, brought their expertise and experience honed through years of warfare. Alongside them, Free French troops, driven by a fierce patriotism and a longing to liberate their homeland, fought with unmatched fervor. This collaboration was not without its challenges. Language barriers, differences in tactics, and cultural nuances could have been stumbling blocks. Yet, the Allies overcame these obstacles through mutual respect, open communication, and a shared commitment to the cause. The American, British, and Free French forces complemented each other, their strengths merging into a formidable fighting machine. The cooperation between these nations extended beyond the battlefield. Diplomats, strategists, and leaders from different backgrounds came together, sharing intelligence, expertise, and resources. This unity of purpose was the backbone of Operation Torch, allowing the Allies to strike with precision and effectiveness. The significance of this cooperation cannot be overstated. It laid the foundation for future joint military endeavors, setting a precedent for collaboration that would shape the course of the war. The cooperation between American, British, and Free French forces in Operation Torch was not just a military alliance. It was a shining example of what can be achieved when nations unite against a common enemy. Together, they faced the challenges of war, marking a pivotal moment in history where cooperation triumphed over adversity. The road to victory in Operation Torch was paved with immense challenges, testing the mettle of the Allied forces like never before. As the campaign unfolded, the Allies faced a relentless barrage of obstacles that pushed them to their limits. First and foremost were the unforgiving weather conditions. The North African coastline, where the Allies chose to land, subjected them to the whims of nature. Bitter cold nights and scorching days, relentless winds, and unpredictable storms battered both men and machinery. The elements became a formidable foe, testing the resolve of every soldier and demanding unparalleled endurance. Adding to this, the terrain proved to be a relentless adversary. The vast deserts of North Africa, with their shifting sands and inhospitable landscapes, posed a challenge in every step. Troops and vehicles struggled through the dunes, facing exhausting marches under the scorching sun. Mountains and rocky outcrops further complicated the situation, forcing the Allies to adapt their strategies to navigate the difficult terrain. But perhaps the most formidable challenge came from the Axis forces themselves. The German and Italian troops, battle-hardened and entrenched, fiercely defended their positions. Every inch of ground gained was met with fierce resistance. The Axis forces, under the command of skilled generals like Erwin Rommel, showcased their tactical prowess, making every advance a hard-won victory for the Allies. In addition to the Axis soldiers, the Allies also faced opposition from the Vichy French, their former allies who now found themselves on opposing sides. This internal conflict added layers of complexity to the campaign, forcing the Allies to navigate delicate political situations even as they fought on the battlefield. The challenges faced by the Allies were monumental. Yet, in the face of adversity, they displayed unwavering determination. Soldiers pressed on through the harshest conditions, overcoming the natural elements and the relentless opposition. Each hurdle, each setback, only served to steel their resolve. Operation Torch was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It was a story of triumph over adversity, where courage, ingenuity, and sheer grit paved the way for eventual victory. In the face of nature's fury and the unyielding might of the Axis forces, the Allies stood strong, turning every challenge into an opportunity to prove their mettle. The scars of those challenges would forever be etched into the history of Operation Torch, a reminder of the courage that prevailed against all odds. As the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded away, Operation Torch emerged as a defining moment in the annals of World War II. Its significance reverberated far beyond the North African coastline, leaving a lasting impact that shaped the course of the war and the destiny of nations. Operation Torch was more than a military campaign. It was a masterclass in strategic planning, international cooperation, and unwavering determination. The successful collaboration between American, British, and Free French forces showcased the power of unity in the face of adversity. It set a precedent for future joint military operations, laying the foundation for the Allied forces' collaborative efforts in subsequent battles. This pivotal operation not only liberated North Africa from Axis control but also achieved crucial objectives. It diverted German forces away from the Eastern Front, relieving pressure on the Soviet Union and altering the dynamics of the conflict in the East. Furthermore, Operation Torch secured vital sea routes, enabling the uninterrupted flow of supplies to the Allies and paving the way for future offensives in southern Europe. Operation Torch's success had profound implications on the global stage. It bolstered the morale of the Allied forces, providing a glimmer of hope in the darkest days of the war. The lessons learned in North Africa, the importance of surprise, adaptability, and international collaboration, became guiding principles for subsequent military campaigns. In the broader context of World War II, Operation Torch signaled a turning point. It marked the beginning of the end for Axis forces, foreshadowing their eventual defeat. The campaign shattered the myth of invincibility surrounding German forces, instilling newfound confidence in the Allied troops. The legacy of Operation Torch endured long after the battles were fought and the victory was declared. It demonstrated the potency of a united front, emphasizing that in the face of tyranny, cooperation and resolve could overcome even the most formidable adversaries. The success of Operation Torch served as a beacon of hope, illuminating the path to victory in the dark days of World War II. As we reflect on the pages of history, Operation Torch stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. It reminds us that against all odds, courage, unity, and unwavering determination can triumph over the forces of tyranny. The lessons of Operation Torch echo through the ages, reminding us of the power of collaboration, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of freedom.